Boom. We're back at it again, but this time it's J&J After Dark.
After dark.
It's when we get all sexy and
We
intimate.
give and we give no shits about you. We talk to you, we use you, and then call an Uber.
We don't give no shits, no fucks. We just tell it like it is. Bitch. Anyway, as you can tell, this is the point of the show where we are unfiltered, unedited, and just waiting for that audience interaction. So we have a one or two things here that we're gonna jump into. The first one that we want to kind of dissect is this new Reese's Peanut Butter Cup lawsuit. So, of course, this happens in Florida, but a Florida woman is suing Hershey for $5 million because her pumpkin Reese's, the seasonal Reese's peanut butter cups, right? They have the eggs, they have the Christmas trees, the pumpkin one for Halloween, did not have a cute pumpkin face as advertised. So on the packaging, they have the pumpkin and it has like a little jack-o'-lantern face, right? The two
Mm-hmm.
triangles and the squiggly mouth. She's suing them because that pumpkin face was not present on the actual candy bar. So, Florida woman Cynthia Kelly is suing the Hershey's company for false and deceptive advertising after she discovered that the pumpkin Reese's are not made with the cute pumpkin face advertised on the packaging. Court filings say that the other seasonal Reese's candies advertise explicit carved out artistic designs but have no such carvings in the actual products. She is seeking $5 million in damages in this class action suit. Okay, so
Wow.
there's two things here. I'm going to start at the end. If it's a class action suit and if I sign my name and I get free Reese's, cool. Other half, $5 million for a freaking pumpkin Reese's peanut butter cup.
An etching.
Like, grow the fuck up. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
like saying, oh, like the M in my M&Ms are not in there, or the S in my Skittles are like.
exactly.
I
Yes.
wanna, I wanna be able to lick the little S. First of all, it's just sugar, straight up diabetes, and you're gonna. And the thing is, so we found this topic, this news article. I didn't call it a news article. I just this thing that's happening in the world, and I'm gonna say it. I don't feel bad saying it, but of course it's Florida, and they're complaining about freaking an etching when crazy things are happening in this world. And what still bothers me is, like you said, the $5 million. Like I said off air, like I would probably be like, yo, I need, 10K. Lawyer, I'm sure the lawyer is the one who made that number up because there's no way a sane non-lawyer person was like, hey, I want $3 million because I stubbed my toe at a McDonald's like counter. Cause like a lawyer would make that number up
It's
because
just,
like
it's crazy to even think that people will sue over shit like this because it's like, this doesn't hurt you. This doesn't do anything. Like, this is nothing. This is literally nothing. In
it's not even
reality,
traumatizing you.
you're getting more chocolate from them not putting the carving on because then they would literally take little pieces off. You're getting more chocolate.
Exactly.
Like, why are you bitching? Like, why are you complaining about this? Everything that's happening, like, this is the hill you're gonna die on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
And you know what's crazy? I can imagine the lawyer on the Reese's side is like, yeah, you're getting more chocolate. Like literally, that's the defense. So you're getting more chocolate. Why are you mad? It's also like the hot coffee, like getting burned by hot coffee. I'm like, yeah, it fell on you because you probably tripped. Of course it's hot. It's hot coffee. You get like third degree burn. Like if it burned the roof of your mouth and it's like still hot coffee, like it comes out really like scalding hot. Like, why?
It's like, who knew hot things
Crazy.
are hot, right? You know,
It's
it's like, listen, if there's, that famous coffee one, right? They even make fun of it in Seinfeld. You know, if it's
yeah,
too hot and you actually get hurt and like things weren't done to keep you from getting hurt, I get it, sort of. Like, have them cover your hospital bills and that's it. But like,
yeah. At that point,
but then there's a level of greed that comes with all this crap. Like, $5 million, like, you're just looking for a paycheck. Like, it's gonna get settled out of court. They're not gonna fucking go through with all this. It's gonna get settled outside of court, but this person's probably still gonna get a couple 100,000, maybe 1 million out of them. And like, what do you do? Like, you're gonna fucking go blow that on more Reese's peanut butter cups because like that's all you wanted in the first place. This is so dumb. This is such a dumb thing. Um, Another thing that I found that I would love to talk to you about, which is also,
mm,
I think this is a perfect thing for After Dark because this is where things get a little spicy, a little
little
spicy.
little salsa in that chip.
A 63-year-old university chancellor was fired for posting porn filmed with his wife. He said it was his First Amendment right to do so.
Say that again.
63-year-old Joe Gao, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Joe Gao,
Mm.
a longtime chancellor at the University of Wisconsin La Crosse, was fired for what board members called aberrant behavior after he was found to have posted a porn film with his 56-year-old wife. In an interview with the New York Times, the duo admitted to sharing explicit videos under the name Sexy Happy Couple and hosting an online show called Sexy Healthy Cooking, where they interview adult stars while cooking vegan recipes at their home. Gao has disagreed with the decision and that it is his First Amendment right to film and promote such videos.
They're Are they at least attractive? Like,
Does that make it better, Jay? Is it okay to murder someone as long as you look good? I mean, this isn't a crime. This isn't a crime, right? Like, they are not doing anything illegal.
yeah,
But like, I mean, we were always told, us growing up in the age of social media, we were always told like, hey, be careful what you post because jobs can, not hire you or fire you depending on your behavior online. Which makes sense, right? Jobs are not going to want certain things being promoted by certain people that they employ,
yeah, thanks.
right? Especially if it doesn't align with their, I don't know, methodology or whatever the hell. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he has every right to do this. But
Yeah,
could you
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
imagine if, like, the president of your college, like, everyone had just saw him, like, he's an amateur porn star. Like, that's a thing. He's just
Yeah,
posting videos, having a adult interview over over vegan food that he's cooking. Like,
that is. It's so wild because it's like, are you strapped for cash? Like, is this another way? It's another income? Like, I'm having mad questions
maybe
right
it's like a super sex positive thing, like they want to embrace that, like, their sexualness. What gets me here is that this sounds like a parody Japanese show, like when they make fun of like Japanese game shows and stuff.
now.
Sexy healthy cooking just doesn't sound grammatically correct. I don't know what about it,
And
but
no,
it doesn't sound right. Sexy healthy cooking.
it sounds like it's trying to make healthy things sexy, but it's like I think of like Parks and Rec when they were using like female dancers, like basically beautiful female dancers to get you to eat, and it wasn't cabbage. It was like something called like some green. It wasn't broccoli. It was something nasty.
Oh,
It was like lox or some.
no, lox
What,
is salmon. I know what you're
not
talking
yeah,
about.
not lox.
Um.
It was a vegetable.
Oh my goodness, it's
It's like I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
chard, chard,
Right? It was charred,
chard.
and it's like, yo, those aren't even like good, like to eat.
It's bitter.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, I came and sell it, but like when you throw these hot, beautiful people, that's what that title sounds to.
Sexy, healthy
So
cooking.
now hearing this, now when I hear this story, it's like, no, you just took it literal and decided to fuse the thing, not sell the product. Decided to fuse it. That just made it nasty.
Like, one thing, like, I'm not gonna go deep into my research here, but one thing I want to know is like, are they naked while doing this? Because their whole thing, like, is what was it? Sexy something couple? Sexy healthy couple?
Like,
No, sexy happy couple is their
mhm.
porn name moniker. Sexy happy couple, but like sexy healthy cooking, like
If they, if
you're keeping like the same initials, I guess, but like, are
but
they naked
I
while
think
doing all this?
I don't think there's a problem if they're naked while doing it, but for themselves. Now, if you're doing this, and let's say for someone like, let's say I'm their guest, and I don't know these people, like, no, I don't
Mm.
know this moonlighting as a sexy couple, but they just do this. This is
Well,
this was at a
they're interviewing adult stars, so it's like everyone knows the deal. Like it's a porn industry thing, I guess.
no, but I'm saying like, let's say I'm a student, and then you invite me to dinner.
Mm.
If you fed me that food, and I
Oh, the
didn't know,
food you
then
prepared naked.
yeah, and then I find out that this professor was doing this, and I come to find out, I'm like, you made this naked. Now that's unsanitary. Now there's a fight that
So
needs to
you're
happen.
worried more so about like health codes.
Well, if it's for them, they do whatever they
Yeah,
want. It's
yeah.
their sexy, happy life. Don't don't serve that to me. That's like some like it's not the same. I was gonna say it's kind of like Hannibal Lecter cooking random
Very
bit
much.
parts,
Yeah, not the same. Not.
but it's that, but not
It's not
not
sexy
serving.
happy. It's not sexy happy cannibalism, right? Like,
Yeah, it's that minus the cannibalism.
dude, it's so weird. I mean, I guess like I don't know. Like, would I like? They're making vegan food. So first off, like vegan food can be very tasty, but
But
you got to cook it
you know
right.
what this you know what
And
this
like,
also just brings it back to? They're just like, let's bring it back to the 70s, 60s, and be hippies again.
I do get that. I do get that. That makes
But it's
sense.
just in modern times with cameras and social media. But then also you're in an established like, were you a hippie back then? Like, he's 63. Like he was raised in that lifestyle. He wanted to bring it back.
Yeah, maybe he's been doing it for years. Maybe he's always cooked naked, and we just didn't know about it.
But that's like a thing. Like there needs to be a show on find like this is like some serial killer thing. Like instead of serial killers, it's you need to find out who these people are because you've been doing it for years. It's like me watching freaking Criminal Minds. I need to get into the mind of these sexual people and why you do this.
It's I would assume that it's freeing. I mean, I don't think I've ever. Have you ever cooked naked? I don't think I've ever done that.
I've been shirtless.
Yeah, I've been shirtless for sure.
At the most, if I'm like in a rush, like, oh, I got to shower,
Hmm.
I would always have my pants on, or like, I mean, my underwear. Like if I got to throw
Yeah,
something
yeah.
in the oven, and I'll still have underwear, but like my sexual organs are not exposed
Right?
to my food.
That's like
You know what I mean? So,
that's such a
and I'm
toss up. Like that's so scary to
at
me.
that point, I'm not even concerned on the food. I'm concerned about burning myself, especially
That's a thing, right? Because like
those parts.
accidents happen in the kitchen all the time. So all you need is a slip of the finger and a pan is hitting an area that is not going to be good.
Yeah, and that's where the stove is generally near. So it's like,
I don't like I can or if like you're chopping something, you sneeze and like There's no protection now. Like it's like you're hitting straight skin no matter where you go. There's just like so
The,
much that could
I
go
don't know
wrong.
why. As we're talking about this, and I go back to our actual episodes before this, I'm going back to Rebel Moon's like title, like Rebel Moon Scar
Scar
Giver.
giver.
So it's just like we scarred ourselves, so you earned the title Scar Giver,
The
and
bad
it's a sexual moniker in like Pornhub or something.
nah, it's the
What
villain.
is this?
It's the bad guy's name is Scar Giver, and he's like, you want to know how I got these scars? Because I like to cook with my shirt off. Like, and make characters like, oh, okay, why?
You want to? And he's like, "Hey, you want to know where else I got scars?" And he just like starts taking off his pants. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
That's the one scene. That's the extra scene that Digimon Hansu is in.
Oh
he's
my!
he's the one asking the bad guy about his scars.
What do you mean? I can't do his accent, but
That was pretty decent.
oh my, oh
Okay.
my god!
All right, I got another crazy one for Florida. You ready?
Another Florida one. Let's do
Another
it.
Florida one. A Florida woman was arrested after police found 309 live animals in her mobile home.
309.
309. Florida woman Lisa Lacherite, Lacherite, 48 years old, met police outside her mobile home in the town of Frostproof after they were called for a wellness check on her 75-year-old mother. Officers noticed an overwhelming smell, which prompted them to look inside the house. They found 164 birds, 142 cats, and 3 dogs, and experienced lethal ammonia levels, obviously from like urine.
Jeez.
Lacarite was arrested and charged with neglecting an elder, 5 counts of animal cruelty, and 304 counts of animal neglect. Dude,
Wow, wow, wow.
a mobile home. How small, like
I was thinking like Ozark, like from
tight.
the character from Ozark is just small. Like, there's no way.
164 birds. Could you imagine the noise level?
Yeah, that alone would just, bro.
142 cats? Dude, you're definitely like the ammonia in that. If you're not cleaning up and all that, the ammonia is gonna kill you. Like, I couldn't imagine the smell, like how thick that air must have been.
Yeah, like there's no way.
Mm.
Like, like I know there's like you can get like arrested for like harming yourself, but that's another way of
No, well, we're talking
just
about
living.
you're neglecting an elderly person as well as these 300 animals. Like, you can't just do that. Like, it's insane.
You know what it was? I'm mad that my brain went here. She was trying to create Jumanji.
Dude, could you imagine she was just holding all these animals captive to then just like open them up and have them like ransack the town?
And
Dude,
then like that's where all the sources from. Like, what if she opened the book in the trailer, and that's what
bro, that would
it
have
just
been
went,
oh.
just,
So
just
she's
never
just
came out.
she's just an innocent bystander. So she was just like, "Oh, what is this?" And it's just like all these animals, and she's like, "What the fuck? Like, how do I get rid of them?" And then that's when the officers knocked on the
She's just been living in there. She had no way out.
literally 10 minutes later, officers at the door. "Ma'am, we need to check what's going on." She's just like, "Listen,
It's
please."
been years. Thank you.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
that would be wild. Just open the book and just, not the book, but the game. She just never
He
opens
just
the door.
smushed up against the wall. Like, okay, last one. Last one for the night.
Do it, do it, do it.
A study found that chimpanzees and bonobos are able to recognize photos of old friends they haven't seen in decades. Decades.
There you go. Wow.
A new study published in the proceedings A new study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that chimpanzees and bonobos are able to see the photos of other apes and remember former group mates for more than 25 years after seeing them last. The study's authors showed the primates photos of apes who had died or left their zoo next to photos of strangers. The animals spent significantly longer looking at images of apes that they knew. I
How,
couldn't even
you know,
remember someone from 25 years ago.
I'm also just thinking about the research that they had to like this. You know how like when you do a documentary, you have to spend time doing a
Oh yeah.
documentary. So to research this, you have to follow the lives of all these people. And they're like, hey, we're gonna do this study. So we're gonna be like, hey, you're friends for like a couple days. We're just gonna snatch you up. Like that's just cruelty right there.
Mhm.
And then or like in 20 years, we're gonna take a picture and show you the same animal.
Dude,
Wow. But
25
yes, in real
years.
life, I'd be like, is it decades, 20 years?
25. That means, can you remember someone from when you were 6 years old?
Like, but that's the thing. So you know, it's funny you say this because like there are times that I think of someone and I'm like, oh, I remember this person. Like, I remember when I was 7 years old, I was like, I know this person named Francisco. I don't know if I saw him today, I would be able to be like, I know who that. So obviously they have a beard now. There's another one. There's another person I remember named Joey. I remember what they looked like at that time.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, there are people that I know when I was 6 years old that I've grown up with through
Yeah.
the school, and now with social media, I'm like I can recognize them outside. But it's funny because some people can't recognize you in the street unless they're purposely not like they're like, oh, I don't want to like say anything to you because it's like embarrassing or they don't think you remember them. Because there are times I've seen people made eye contact, and I was like, oh, I remember this person. I'm just I kind of don't want to talk to that person because I'm like I don't know what I would say to this person. Um, or I would see them and I'm like, I know where they're from. They just don't know unless we both have a similar like slowdown, like
Mhm.
recognition. Then I'm like, okay, yo, you're from, and then we start that.
Yeah.
But going back to what you're saying, if I don't see any pictures of you growing up with social media, I wouldn't recognize you. It's just that person will have a beard.
Like
And now when it comes to a woman, puberty, like things will be different. Like I wouldn't be able to tell you.
like I had an
Yeah.
instance of that happen like when I was in college or right after college. I ran into two people from when I was in like the last time I had seen them I was in 5th grade.
Mm.
And I was working in the same mall with them and I was like, "Oh my god, like dude, that's you. Like how are you?" And that was only like 10, 12 years maybe.
Yeah, but that's like when our memories are like, it's not like where you have you self-discover yourself at 5. Like I am an actual existentially living, like you're just not like a blob living through space. At 5 to 6 years old, I'm like, you're starting to become fully aware.
Yeah.
At 10, at least you can that's not too bad.
But like right now, if I'm 30, 25 years ago, I'm 5 years old, there's no shot that I'm
There's not.
remembering someone that I met for like let's say a whole year from my 5th year if I stood with someone from my 5th year up until my 6th birthday, there's no shot I would be able to remember who that is.
Yeah, especially if they're not a constant.
Yeah, yeah, especially if I didn't spend time with them for, I guess, like, in school you have like the same classmates for up until, like I said, like I had the same classmates from when I was 4 up until I left in 5th grade. I guess I was like 10,
Mhm.
11, whatever that is. So I had them for, 5, 6 years. So it's not like I had them for 1 year and then pieced out, you know? I, I just,
Yeah.
it's scary to see how,
It's
like,
it's it's hard to fathom that because it's like if like these these creatures can just know that there's something in their brain that's way better than we do because like also I can just probably say like they're not preoccupied like we are.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I don't
think
want
a
to say they're
chip is
smarter.
I don't think they're worrying about their credit score or anything like that.
Facts. They're not paying to live. Unfortunately, we're the ones messing up their lives. But yeah, damn, that's crazy. I'm just thinking about like, yeah, there's like I remember a girl named Guadalupe, but I'm like, it's getting faint where I'm like, was she a real person? Was she an
Yeah.
imaginary person? Like that's another thing. Like,
Was I just a
someone
weird ass kid and I just thought of something, or like did this thing really exist?
was my first 5 years fake? Was I just simply planted here? Like, I don't know.
Was I just spit
If
out of a
anything,
machine at 5 years old?
like the Truman Show, or it's the Truman Show mixed with Matrix.
That is
I'm just
probably
there,
one of my biggest fears. Like irrationally,
just figuring
like figuring out that like there's
that.
a massive conspiracy around me, like I gotta like the Truman Show specifically. So like figuring out that my whole
Yeah,
life has been a lie. Like if tomorrow I caught someone saying some shit and like I found out my mom had been telling everyone that I knew not to let them know I'm saying the word pickles wrong or some shit like that. And I would grow up knowing that like, oh no, I am doing everything correct. Or like coming to grips with like everyone else can read my mind, but I can't read anyone else's mind. So my whole life
yeah,
I've thought I've had privacy and I don't. Dude, it is an
yeah.
irrational fear that I have.
I don't have that's not my rational fear, but I think I have a I always think that. I always feel like, am I that special? Like sometimes things will happen. I'm like something at work will happen. I'm like, damn, someone's looking out for me. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just let it slide. I'm gonna just pretend that I didn't notice. Cause I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to figure that out. I want to be taken care of. like, like, just
You
don't
want
let
to
me
be
be.
blissfully unaware? You want to
Yeah,
live
I was
the
like, don't.
simulation?
Yeah, don't let me be homeless. I'm just like that's as far as
Dude, I don't even know because like if my world were to shatter like that, if I was to find out that this was all if I was being Truman showed, like if that was a
Mhm.
thing, like how the fuck do you like continue? Like how do you pick up like do I have the willpower to actually
Do I
fucking
have
like
a real? Is my real credit score out there? Like,
yeah,
like
am I really in the 800s and I don't know about it?
is someone saving my money? Like now that you find out, like, am I actually home? At that point, it's like, are you actually homeless when you leave? Like in the end of the Truman Show, because he leaves, you think it's a happy life, but like, does he survive? Like,
He's like literally like he's I don't want to say nothing, but he doesn't exist.
he's a ghost. He's nothing.
Yeah.
He's less. You know what's crazy? In New Girl, when they said that Nick Miller is like has the credit score of a ghost, that that is well, I'm forgetting Truman's.
Yeah.
That is him. He is a ghost. He has nothing.
Yeah, because
But
the like what if you found that out? What if you found out this was all a simulation and you fucking push open the door one day and the rest of the world is out there? Like,
no, I wouldn't. I'd rather just be blessed. Like, and if I found that out, but then it's like it's kind of like in the Matrix. Like, would you want to know the truth or like if let's say it would be hard to believe, but let's say you showed me the truth and then I got the point to decide, I'd be like, I probably would just live the life blissfully because I'm like, I can just live out a life because a life is still real. The real aspect of, you know what I mean? Like, I still live a life.
so you wouldn't see how
Um,
far the rabbit hole goes. You wouldn't take the red pill.
yeah, because it's not like I'm gonna die in that second. I'll still live out my life aging. I'll just live in a pod.
You ever
Like,
think of maybe you did that? Maybe there was maybe there's one decision in your life that literally is your nexus point and you chose the quote unquote correct thing and you've been able to like live out your
yeah, like,
life.
and it's not like if I had a like shitty life and then I had to choose, then I'm like, let's choose the shittier life. Let's choose the truth.
Yeah.
Let's find out why these robots are killing us. If I found out I was the one, sure, I'll choose that option. But if I'm living like if I'm rich and I'm living the life, I'm traveling. sure, I'm gonna stay because I'm like, why give that up
Mhm.
to? Because think about it, even Neo was just like mundane life, living in a one or non-bedroom apartment. He definitely was like curious, and he was having weird like the one connections.
I don't
But
know,
yeah,
man.
no, it just there would have to be situations. But like, look, if someone's out there taking care of me right now, just don't let me fall off. I want to continue my life. Just don't let me be broke. That's all.
So you would very easily just say yeah to the Matrix. You'd be like, forget it. I'm good. I'm good here. Let me continue being
But
ones
you
and
know what it is?
zeros.
But it's
I
like
feel
it
like I would want to
depends
wake
because
up. Like I would want to wake up.
I, I think it's more like if it is two versions. Truman showed take care of me. Matrix, I think it depends on where my life is. Because in Truman Show, you're still being taken care of.
Hmm. I get
Now,
that.
there's no malevolent. There's no villain. There's no evil like robots killing me on the other side. You know what I mean? It's just a director directing my life. There's no malicious thing happening to me. But if I find out there are robots on the other side taking care of me, but could also kill me, I'm like,
Right. So real quick, hey Amerigic. Hopefully I got that right. Amerigic. Um,
Merrick, how you doing?
how you doing? Thank you for dropping in. We're currently discussing whether or not you'd want to wake up or find out the reality of your situation if you were in a Matrix-esque outcome, right? Like, would you want to just keep living blissfully unaware, or would you rather go down the rabbit hole and see what's up, see what the thing
If
is?
you're choosing the Truman Show, same, you know,
So same
issue.
kind of question, just different analogy. Like, would you rather the blissfulness of a of your life being a TV show and completely fake, or would you leave the TV show and see what's out there in the real world? I don't know, man.
That is
I feel like I would want to. I don't think I would be able to keep up the facade. Once I found out that there was like, I guess, a possibility of it not being real, I would want to figure it out. Like if someone came up and was like, "Hey, this isn't real," like you could continue to, you can keep doing your dumb shit, but like,
But then that's the thing. Like, I think at some point, and then it's like it's not like the movie doesn't just end because that's the reality of things. With like the Truman Show, unfortunately, it's a movie and it ends. But it's like the good thing we talk about it like he is nobody, but then at the same time he is because he goes out there. He's still famous. He is the most watched show
yeah, on
on
the
the
face of
planet.
the earth.
So people are gonna recognize him. He's look, and imagine if this was during a time of social media. He would be balling. He will have so many followers. People want to, he's gonna get jobs easy. Even at that time. This was what, 90s, right?
Yeah, something like, yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna get endorsements. Like he's living the life. I'm sure his life will be he probably wouldn't be able to take it all in. That would just
I
be
feel like he'd have a freaking mental breakdown. Like
exactly
his mind
because
would
he's never
snap in
seen that.
half. Like over being, like, he just left a literal bubble where everything was like cultivated for him, everything was orchestrated around him and his like these fake ideals. He left all of that. He was like in his 30s. Dude,
I have to watch that movie again because now
such a
it
good
just
movie.
sounds so good. Such a good movie.
But like imagine leaving that and going out into a big city, like going into, like, let's say it was being filmed in California or something, like going out
Yeah.
they say where it's actually being filmed, but I can't remember.
Mm.
But imagine going to like opening up to LA and like being like, what the fuck is
And
happening?
things but I think you know what it is. Jim Carrey, Truman would be like the one because he would notice the idiosyncrasies of the world. He's like, what is going like what he probably know that the Matrix is actually out there. Like he would be like, no wait, this is fake. Let's let's unveil everything.
Dude,
Because like he would but he would notice it because he was so used to all the things working around him. So when things are not working around him, he's gonna be like, this is not right. I think either it couldn't be a bad thing where it does work for him. Like his instincts would probably be good, I guess. They wouldn't be sharpened, but they would be they would it would help him out.
Dude,
I don't know.
it's insane. I don't know. I don't
This
know.
needs to be a thesis. Like I would get my master's with this. Like if I can
this this
do
would
my
be
master's,
your master's I
this
guess
is
your
my
thesis
maybe my
paper.
this would be my paper. Yeah, I'd look into this.
Damn, that's a good one. We got to figure that out from now on. Like, what if we had to do a thesis paper? If we had to write 30 pages on a subject, like, what would we write about? Yours would
Oh,
be
it'd
the,
be about One Piece at this point.
I guess.
If we had to choose,
So it's either One Piece or an existential crisis of finding out that your reality is not true. Like one of those
or
two.
confuse them and just like One Piece story. And I've been just telling you all about it, but you're telling me you're just going along with it. You're just like, yeah, One Piece is great. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Just
So
telling you.
it's like a flip of
Just,
what I was saying. So it's like your world is completely fake and I'm in on it.
yeah. You're like, yeah, One Piece is great, man. Like, wow. So, like, just pirates and what? Why
They
is there this
stopped making
treasure?
that show 20 years ago. Why is he
Like,
so
it got canceled. And they're just feeding me these lies.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I have to watch.
I think I would want to figure it out. But
Yeah,
any hoozles, I think that'll be it for us today. I think we could
I'll
call it
figure it
quits
out, guys.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, all you other guys figure it out. Which one would you want? Would you want to stay blissfully unaware, or would you want to figure out what's going on? Let us know.
I might go watch the movie and just come back with an answer.
It's a
Let's see.
great one. I saw it not too long ago.
Yeah,
But okay, guys, thank you for chiming in and listening in on the After Dark today. We will be back at it next week. The full episode, before the After Dark, that'll go up hopefully on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that on Spotify or any other podcast platforms. And the video for this should probably be going up by next week.
probably maybe this week. Well, if of you mean of this episode
Yeah,
or the episode we just like finished?
the full episode,
Wait,
not the After Dark.
yeah. It broke up in pieces, so I gotta meld that together.
Yeah. So it should be this upcoming week. But yep. And then
Yeah,
as always, like, follow, subscribe all over the socials, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and don't forget to keep an eye out for us on Instagram. We'll be posting updates for MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. We will be there. So if you're in the area, come on by and say hello.
yeah. Chills with us.
No, thank you guys, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye, suckers.